Greetings friends, it's me Al, and I'm going to be throwing a few mugs today. I have 2 shows coming up. Been working on the kiln, a little bit behind. So I have some mugs here, and we're gonna get right on it. So this is the first time that I am going to be throwing pots for Substack. So hello Substack, and hopefully enjoy this little toss session. So a little bit about myself. I've been into clay for quite some time. I started back in 1996. Graduated from high school in 1994, and then I went to art school, Keystone College, for the foundation courses. And it was a little 2-year school, and it was like art boot camp. We crammed in as many art classes as we could to get through the foundations, and it was amazing. And it was in spring '96 that I met Bill Tursky and took his ceramics class, Ceramics 1, and in the fall we had Ceramics 2. First class we did hand building, and I actually knew Bill because I was taking art classes with his son. His son was there also, and we're still really good friends. And a couple of years ago, Bill called me up and he found me this Olympic updraft kiln. So I went and got it, and Bill's always looked out for me. He lives probably about 45 minutes from where I'm at. So you'll notice bumps in this clay. And I look silly throwing this. So this is reprocessed clay that I'm using up. And what we're making here are some wobble mugs and things. So there's lumps in this clay. I thought I had the clay. Let me find my pin tool. I thought I had the clay the clay needed enough to where I got these out, but I hit one right there. So you can see those lumps. So we'll just cut that out. We can use, got something right there. So normally out of bagged clay, things would move right along. This right here is, so right now the idea would be, do we start over or do we mess with this? Because time is everything, right? But let me see if I can try something here. This probably will not work. So let's try to toss this up. I'm going to compress this a little bit. Could probably make a little teacup out of this. So once these pieces are done, I do trimming on them. And I usually put texture patterns on them. So I have an idea for this one. So a lot of people in their minds, they believe every pot deserves a chance. I don't believe that. But let's see what we can do to help this little pot. So what I'm going to do is trim off the excess here with my trim tool. Then what we'll do is we'll use this shaper to shape the bottom. There we go. Now what we can do is you can create a little pour cup, and on this upper side I will make the little handle, and then on this other side we will make a little pour. There we go. So now that'll be a nice little pot. That'll be a nice little pot for somebody to use as a creamer or something, right? So I cut this through so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Then we'll pop this off and we'll move on to the next one. So I just got done talking to Bill Moon. He's a great guy. He runs Imagine Peace Pottery out in Mills, PA. And he fires wood kiln out there, and I've been out to help him a few times. And I had some questions about what I was doing here, because I'm putting in a kiln, and so he's always been great to get back to me, and always quick to help me out, answer some of my questions that I had and how we were doing things. And so I can feel some lumps in this one, but you notice I went up and down a few more times, kind of compressed those out of there. So maybe I should be fine with this. So let's roll down in here. So this clay is pretty stiff because it's reprocessed clay. And but usually these go right along. I'm only making 10 today. Usually I do 18 an hour to fill a wearboard, 18 mugs, but I was working on the kiln, so my arms were a bit tired, and then messing with this, but I still needed mugs for the shows, right? So I always like to put some kind of texture patterns on the mugs. Because it's no fun making it's no fun making lazy pots, right? I like to clean this right off. So I'll be throwing mugs tomorrow. So I need probably about 50 mugs for the show coming up. And the week after, depending on what I sell at the first show, may need mugs for that also. So tomorrow I'll be putting handles on these, because these will be dry. You can see I just hit some more chunks there. So we'll see what this pot wants to be, huh? So usually this processed clay I use for other things like handles and candle cups. So I'm using an electric wheel today. I had some other colored clay on my treadle wheel, and I didn't want the two to mix. So this electric wheel feels like it's going really fast compared to the treadle wheel. It's easier to throw on because of the nice even speed. However, I do like the look of the treadle and the wobble you can put in the pot. There we go. So you notice I go inside there. I want to get all the water out, so when it's drying, it doesn't cause a problem. So I enjoy doing rounded bottoms. It just adds a nice look to the finished pot. There you have it. So we got 4 pieces done. We got a couple more to go here. Sometimes I forget I need pots to run the pottery, right? I get busy writing and kiln building and all the other things I do. But this right here, these actions I'm doing right here, and these interactions with the actual clay is actually the most important part of things. The other 19 things I do supplement what happens right here. So it's kind of like creating a base. So you have the pots, but I do more than sell pots here. So sometimes, sometimes I will have a guide for height and width if I'm throwing mugs that they want to look the same. But today, we're just freestyling it here a little bit. So we're not making twins. We're making family members, right? Family members. So that is a terrible sound. Don't think I'm going to use that bottom rounder on the next one, because I think it's losing its shape. This section here is supposed to be a little bit longer, and from me using it so much, it kind of just broke off. So I throw in these tiles. They act as little bats, and that's so I can easily take the pop off. Some artists do hand lifts, but I just find it easier to keep going if I'm pulling it off. So sometimes if you haven't thrown in a long time, you may be out of practice. I'm a bit out of practice, and I can tell I lost motor memory. So it may need to be that after I throw a bunch more, things will come a little bit easier. Had some stiff parts right there. This is going to be a wobble mug. I always try to use up the reprocessed clay. It's kind of like recycling, right? Just wanted to fix that rim a little bit. So some people don't mind the wobbles. Say it adds character. So I may shape this a bit more. I've been known to ruin pots by messing too much with them, huh? Alright, we got 6 done. 4 more to go. I'm going to do 10. So I can tell it's taking a little bit longer to get stuff done today. I'm out of practice. And this clay is really hard. But we're getting there, right? This one is always better than done. And done is better than perfect. So when you're making pots, Seth Godin says, you should always ask, who's it for, what's it for, and what change you're trying to make. So with some of these shapes, I try to picture them on some desk someplace, maybe, you know. So you can see I'm really straining here. You can hear my wheel bearing down, right? So I'm starting to feel better throwing these forms. I may have just needed practice. It may just take 10 to get back in practice, right? You can feel it like a runner. Like a runner needs practice. Just maybe out. So I always want rounded lips. So that way, when you drink it, it doesn't drip down your shirt, right? Still got some pulls left on those. There we go. Some clay bodies I won't cut off the bat because they dry more slowly, and if you cut them too early, they just seal right back on, and you get bottom cracks. But with this clay body, I know it pretty well. So so that was from my pad not sticking. The clay being a bit hard, but we can eyeball this back on. There we go. Make it covered, right? Here's got a little bit of a hard spot in it, but it's good to get your recycled clay used up, right? Go. So just around that top. Some potters, they place a mirror in front of them. So tomorrow maybe I'll come on and show you how we handle and trim these up, because put texture patterns on these with the wood rasp and come out quite nice. Okay, so here's the last one. Not bad for a quick half hour. So all these should wear an apron, because clay clothes get kind of messy. You have to put them in a separate pail. None of this clay goes down the sink. It would plug up the plumbing. I got a hard spot right there. My last one too. Let's see what we can do with this, right? Might have to make another little dish, huh? See what happens. So you can see that bubble coming around right there. See that? So we're going to try to turn that off. I usually don't mess with it. Usually don't mess with it. But today we are. There we go. So I'll throw that strap in here. So let's see what we can make with this. There we go. This might be a nice little teacup. Still got some holes in this. There we go. That might be high enough for a coffee cup, huh? Could have a small coffee, right? See, I'm always thinking big coffee when I drink coffee. Alright, there are 10 pots, 35 minutes, not bad. We messed around a little bit with that one. So, hopefully you enjoyed that, and tomorrow I'll be trimming some of these, putting on the handles. So, maybe I'll record that and come on. Okay, friends, have a great day, and keep doing work that matters for people who care.